Hello, hello, everyone. Let me just make sure that everyone can see us in the group really quick. I'm super excited for this training. Okay, hold on. I'm refreshing my phone. Uh-oh, I don't see it. Maybe it takes a little bit. Hey, how come I don't see it? I am live in that group.
Sometimes it takes a second to load from StreamYard.
Let's see people start commenting. Let's see. Comments. Love the singing in the background. Oh, that's Kaylana. Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I can't see it in my phone, but we're getting comments, so I think we're live.
Okay, so I can have you while I'm kind of talking. You can keep your chat up on your phone, because if you hit that chat button on your phone, you'll see all the comments.
Okay, I see.
So you can kind of like put me at a halt.
Let me pause.
Okay, so I can have
there we go. Okay, so there we go. I see it. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Yvette. Okay, so welcome everyone to our training on how to run a successful Facebook party. Taylor is going to show us her tips and tricks on strategies that she uses to run a successful Facebook party. So Taylor is on our team. She is on Team Lippy Queen. And how long have you been with Pharmacy, Taylor?
I joined, I think, in like November or December, and I started promoting it in probably about February.
Oh, okay. So not like 6 months then, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, and then when you ran your first Facebook party, how many sales did you get from your first Facebook party?
Well, my first party that I ran was actually a launch party for myself. So it was kind of like my tester host party. I would say I probably got about 5. And then my first customer party got about 7 or 8.
Wow.
Yep. I didn't get any repeat parties out of that party though, but that was my very first hosted party.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to let you kind of introduce yourself and take it from here. And then I'm looking on my phone to answer any questions. And also I'll chime in every now and then to read you the questions.
Okay. And I just wanted to start with, if anybody who's on my team is tuning in, just go ahead and say hi so that I know you're here also. I didn't get to share this to my team page because I forgot to bring my computer up, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm Taylor, and I am on Kristen's downline with Pharmacy. I love it. I'm sure you guys all love it just as much as I do. And I actually came from Unique, which was based on hosting parties. That was like their strongest encourager. I got a lot of customers that way. So knowing that Pharmacy doesn't offer a party program, I kind of just made one myself. The way we're going to do this is I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys and tell you how it's done. And then at the end, I'll share some graphics that you can actually use in your party in the comments. So you're welcome to save those and use them. They won't be anything that's marked with my team name or, you know, my social handle or anything like that. So you can completely modify them to be your own if you want it. So to start, the easiest way, are we good to go, Kristen? Did you want to say anything before I dive into it?
Nope, we're good to go. Oh, wait, hold on.
I was like,
kiddos, I need you guys to go play in the living room, okay? Go play in the living room, please. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so to start, the easiest way I have found to do a party so far is in Facebook events. So I'll actually create a private event, and then add whoever's my host to it as a co-host, and then they will just kind of invite however they please. Some people want to be more intimate with it, and they'll want to like send a private message to some friends and say, hey, would you like to jump in on this? Some people are just like jumping out there and send, 50 plus invites from the event and just hope that people RSVP going. There really is no special way to do it, but I have noticed that people do like when you're more intimate with them. So I will actually send to my host just something really short and sweet that they can copy and paste if they did want to message people, that just kind of says, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they obviously edit this per person, but hey, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to let you know, I came across this really great company from a friend of mine who's an influencer with them, and I'm hosting a party for her. If you'd like to attend, it's going to be some really great information. She does some really great giveaways. Purchases are not required unless you love the product, which I know you will, and you just, really like pump them up, and people get really excited about it, especially because when you're not, when you're not sacrificing quality for affordability, people are like all in. So if you just tell them that and make sure your hosts are just constantly encouraging, I guess is a good way to put it, then people are going to join in. So to set it up in an event, you actually do it from your personal Facebook. If you want it to be a private event, I believe. If you do it from like a business page, I think you can only set it to public, and I will have to double check that just to make sure. But I think it can only be public, which means anybody can kind of hop in and see it. If somebody wants to host a party and they really want it to be a private thing, just because you're going to get a range of customers. Some people like to kind of be like the secretive host because they don't want to come off as like a salesy person, or they have their own perception of a direct sales company even as a host. Then you can do a Facebook Messenger party, and that will be where somebody will create a group, or your host will create a group chat on Facebook. And these are usually for like more intimate parties, like 10, 15, 20 people. And you kind of just do this sequential post that I'm going to go over with you right now inside the messenger instead of in the event. So,
oh my gosh, yeah. I did not know you could do that.
Yeah. So, and then people it's more intimate, and they just kind of chat in their own way on Messenger. And it's like, it's like if you want to do like a targeted party, like, hey guys, let's all drink some wine and go over lip stains and have a lip stain, or a lippy party or whatever. You can go over the liquid lipsticks, and you can just make it intimate, 20-30 minutes long. So the party that I'm going to go through with you guys today is actually like a week-long party on the event. But I mean, you can do 30-minute event parties, you could do messenger parties, you can do on your page parties. You can use some of these games or whatever I'm going to share with you as ways to encourage your customers or your followers to kind of participate on your post, and then that builds your algorithm also. So it's just win-win. But
I love the idea of a Facebook Messenger party.
Yeah, and like that, it can be really intimate, and you can even say, we're going to do one once a month for this customer, and this month we're going to do liquid lipsticks or any kind of lips. The next month we're going to do everything eyes, and then everything body, or everything new. You can do a messenger party and just talk about all the new stuff, when the new catalog comes out, just anything like that.
I have a question. Would you be able to go live in a Facebook Messenger party?
Good question. We could try after this. We could see if we can go live in the Messenger.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But I just came up with this idea right now, as you said that, is you can actually pre-record videos for certain parties if you wanted to say, this product does this, this, and this, and then, hey, check out this 45-second video to see how it works, and just share it into the Messenger if there's no way to go live. That could be a way. So,
yeah, you could even post, even if it's on your YouTube. If you have a YouTube video, you could just post your YouTube video.
Oh, yeah. That's what you always see me. I love doing the little fast forward videos of just like getting ready, and, so that, I mean, people love seeing that stuff. And in my personal opinion, I think people enjoy hopping on a video that's 5 minutes or less rather than an hour and a half long video,
I agree.
So,
I agree.
Okay, so that's my first step I have written is obviously setting up the event. When I set up an event, I just do general pharmacy parties because chances are right now, 99% of the people you talk to haven't heard of pharmacy yet. So after, if you have like a recurring host, because obviously you always welcome your host to come back and do it again, if they're not interested in joining for themselves, you can do themed parties. So kind of like we got into with the messenger parties, you can do like really, like vibrant eyeshadows for the summer or cool summer products. Like you could do like foot products, you could do body glow products, what is this? Like this bronze multi-purpose oil. And you can kind of just do like themed parties, but you're going to make your party name whatever you want. 99% of the time, my parties are just like the name. So like if it's Alyssa's Pharmacy, Beauty, and Wellness Party, or just something, I just kind of keep the title simple. And then you're going to set a date range. So I'm going to just kind of give you guys a really general outline of how I run a party day-wise. On the Saturday before the party starts, which the party will start on Monday. The Saturday before the party starts, I will send out a script to my host. Hey, go ahead and copy and paste this, adjust it to sound like you if you want to. Some people don't want to do that work. Some people will say no to a party because they just really don't want to do the work. Mm-hmm. So for those people, I don't really say adjust it if you want. I just say, hey, post this to your timeline. And it'll just say, I'm so excited to share with you guys that I am hosting a party for my friend Taylor with Pharmacy. It's a new company, and I just kind of type out whatever I want. And then the end of this post will say, let me know if you want in on the fun. And then people will kind of comment, oh, me, oh, do me. And then I'll also include in the post, keep a lookout for invites on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So then that next day comes and I'll create the event in Facebook for my host, add them as a co-host, and then they can go in and click invite and invite whoever they want to the party. But now people kind of have read about it on her page already. So they're like, I wonder if she's going to invite me, Yeah. And then there is an algorithm catch, though. So I do want to make sure I tell you guys this so you guys don't lock yourself out of your own parties. Do not invite more than 50 people in the same hour. So tell your host, click, 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 click. Once you're at 50, just give it another hour because your host will get locked out of commenting, liking, or any kind of participating in the event for sometimes 3 whole days, usually just 24 hours, but you just don't want that anyways.
No, we don't.
So then Sunday night or Monday morning, we're going to send her a script saying, hey, post this to your wall. I'm really excited about everybody who's RSVP'd to the party so far. Just so you know, Taylor does do giveaways at certain RSVP milestones, and this encourages people to get into your party. So I'm not doing a giveaway for spend money with me. I'm doing a giveaway for participate in my party. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So at like 50, if 50 people RSVP going to this event, then I'll do a giveaway and draw a name out of those 50 people who RSVP'd going. Okay. So it encourages people to get into it. And then while they're in the party, we're going to kind of, let me go ahead and make sure I'm keeping up with my little how to go into this. Okay, so when we're in the party, we're going to create our description. So when people join, they can read the description. And here you're just going to kind of give yourself a small introduction, nothing big because you don't want them to lose interest just by reading the description to the party. So you're just going to say, I'm Taylor. I'm a beauty influencer with Pharmacy, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. Boom. Just small, short, catchy. And then you're going to explain to them how to, and I'll do it in just a few steps, how to turn their notifications in the event on to all, so that way they are notified throughout the party when a post happens and they can kind of jump in and participate in the post. And then we can, if you want to, you can also include that you do giveaways for participation, and participating in certain posts will accumulate so many tickets per person throughout the party, and that you do a grand prize giveaway at the end. You don't have to do several giveaways. Do not burn holes in your pockets trying to do this. But even something as simple as, hey, I'm going to give away a beauty blender. You don't have to tell them, but if somebody wins like a roll call prize or, 50 RSVPs, someone's going to be really excited to get a beauty blender,
So I have a question. So how much money-wise do you spend on, oh no, we lost you. Oh no, what happened? Hold on, guys. Let's see if we can get her back in. There, I see her. Okay, sorry. Was that me? Did I do that?
I don't know. My phone just like glitched out of nowhere and was like, bye. I was like, oh no, I got to get back in. Okay.
Okay. So anyways, so how much do you spend? Like, what's your budget on those little giveaways? Not the grand prize, but the little ones. Like, what's your max that you usually spend? Like $1 to $2, $3 to $4?
At most, probably like $3.
Okay.
Something super, and this is a good thing also, is to reach for those months where if you hit certain PV, they have an incentive of you get a little bundle of free product. A lot of the time, some of that product isn't even going to be something that you need or use on the daily. So I'll kind of put those aside if I earned free product through pharmacy and use those for giveaways. Genius. So sometimes it's spending nothing. Sometimes, I think the most expensive thing I gave away was, I think it was a brown sugar scrub.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was a grand prize one.
And that's a grand prize. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm all for give away little for free, but stuff that people are going to use, Mm-hmm. So, like I probably wouldn't give away like an intimate wipe or something like that. It's going to be like like a lip conditioner I really like. I'd probably do that as a grand prize. But yeah, just small. And then after that, you can include in your description your shopping link. Since pharmacy doesn't offer parties, there's the only way that I have figured out to track party orders specifically, because you might have someone who's not in that party place an order on your website in that duration of your party. So I will say in my description, if you're an early shopper, here's the link where you can browse and place your order. And then I will say, please comment your order number in this event or message me privately with it. And then I'll have a tracked list of order numbers, so I know that these orders were placed in the party. And if people don't want to go and place their own orders, you can offer to do a bulk order. And you can just kind of track people's wish list items for them. And at the end of the party, give them a total and do PayPal, Venmo, Facebook Pay, however you choose to do it. And then obviously when you do a bulk order, it comes to you and then you just ship it out to them separately. And then that is pretty much it in the party description. I will also put just at the very bottom, I won't say anything like really blunt, like join my team or anything right there, because you don't want to lose people right off the bat. But I do always just at the bottom include my sponsor code in my email, just because some people do like to have that on hand, especially people who know what it means, people who've already been in MLM or whatnot. So that's the party description. And then sending out invites. So I just wrote down to make sure to tell you guys not to do more than 50 at a time in the same hour. And then, let me see. So then the party posting. So I have a little checklist here, and I run through my checklist during my parties. I didn't make I guess I can call it like a freebie for you guys on the checklist. But if you guys want this checklist, you're more than welcome to it. Just comment checklist, and I will just honestly save this from my Word document as a PDF and send it over to you. But my checklist is pretty much just going to go, I'm going to kind of cover this hostess's information for my upcoming week. But it's pretty much, I don't know if you can see. Oh, back here you can kind of see. But it's pretty much just going to give me my routine of my parties. So every
your schedule.
Yeah. So every week, if somebody books a party with me for the following week or whatever week, I have this little checklist where you fill out your customer's information, what week their party is starting, and then it will just have stuff. I'll just read a couple to give you an idea. Is like sending out a confirmation email to them, like, hey, you've booked a party with me. I really appreciate it. This is what I need you to do during the party, and this is what you can expect from me. So that way they know them participating and being a part of the party is a big thing because the customers are there to party with them. So you want them to be present in it, even if it's just a hop on for 20 minutes every night and just catch up and like stuff and reply to some people's comments. That's okay because that's still showing the guests in the party that their host is present. And so then my next step, and I'm just going to kind of run through this checklist for each day so you kind of know how I outline my party. And then I have a post-specific outline for you guys as well. So my next step is to create a customer account for my party host. So if they already have an account, you skip this step. But I will actually create it myself to make sure that they end up with an account with me. And because they have already now given me their information, their email, their date of birth, their address, their phone number, I can create the account for them. I make the password temporary 123 just so they can go on and change it if they feel the need. And if not, and they say, oh, I never changed it, I know what the password is because that's the only password I use when I make accounts.
That's genius. That's genius.
So then we will do, my next check mark is send your host a 2-day ahead post for their timeline. So that's what I was telling you. So every Saturday, because I always start parties on Monday. So every Saturday, I'll send this thing through Messenger to my host that says, hey, copy and paste this to your wall. And then a little graphic, which I'll put in the comments after this video, that just says, let's party or something to kind of catch people's eyes. And then I have a day ahead pre-party. You can do phone call, you can do messenger chat, however you feel comfortable. But this is where you just kind of, in my case, jump on the phone with your host. You discuss the email you sent out, that they kind of understand their role in the party. You can go over the reward system with them, which is, hey, if this many sales accrue during your party, you'll get 1 free product. Or if this many sales accrue, you'll get 2 free products from me, or 2 gifts, you can even say. I don't ever put like dollars on it because to me, yes, the sales coming from party is a really good thing, but I really like the exposure. Every party you have, even if there's 0 sales and nobody wants to host further or nobody joins, you got exposure, and 9 times out of 10, whether it's 30 days later or 6 months later, one of those people from that party is going to come back to you and say, hey, I was in a party hosted by blah, blah, blah. Like, I have some questions, or I'm really interested in this mascara, or they're going to come back because now you're in their head. And because this is pharmacy and it's a new company, you're probably the first person they heard it from. So no matter what, if you have a failed party, people call it, is a party with no sales and whatnot, it's not a fail because you still got the exposure. So,
and you still got the exposure, which is so important. I totally agree with you. And
the practice. You can,
and practice
you get
makes
to keep
perfect.
doing it. Then my next step is, let me see. So then comes Sunday is when you create the event for your host. They invite their guests, and you can send them that script that says, hey, I'm so excited for everybody who's RSVP'd, or you could do hey, invites have been sent out. Check your events, your event invites, and hop in, or you can just have them post the party link directly to their page, whatever they're comfortable doing it. Like I said, some people are all for like, throw it on my profile, let's get people here. And some people are like, I don't want to be that like pushy person. So they kind of want to do everything really quietly. And you just kind of read that per person, honestly. So then my day 1 is Monday. So that's when my party starts, but I actually consider that a pre-party day. So that day is all about hyping people up, getting RSVPs in, and I kind of do, you can gain extra tickets on this day if you in the bottom of my description, I might throw in, comment on the wall of this event that you read the description for 5 extra tickets or something. Mm-hmm. So then it gets people in, and then when people join, they're like, why did they comment that? And then they read, and, you know, and now you have people participating and excited to earn tickets. So I kind of let Monday be, let people get in, let people start feeding off each other's energy, seeing these posts and what's going on, you know, and getting them excited. And then Tuesday is the first day of like the actual company introduction. So I'll introduce myself in a post, introduce the company in a post. And then I have, let me actually go through this outline here, because I made you guys a party post outline, which you guys are welcome to. I have a link that I can send you so you can get access to this outline. I'm not including all of the scripts that I use, but I'm including a title of every script for you to create for your own party that's, you know, that screams you and creates your vibe in your party. So if you want this, you can just drop a comment and say party outline or outline, and I'll make sure that that link gets to you. But this will just tell you day 1 through 6. So day 1, like I said, is the Monday. That's just your welcome email, your roll call. You can go over your RSVP giveaway again if that's something that you wanted to do. And then day 2, you're going to introduce yourself. You're going to introduce the company, which is really, really important. And then I actually do a whole post to introduce Dr. C. Tuna, because people really like to know about his golden rules, as pharmacy calls them, because they like to know the cleanliness and the things that we abide by, like the no animal cruelty, no toxins, using no endangered plants. People really like that stuff in skincare and body care. So I do a whole post on that. And then at the end of every post I do, it will end with something like, for a ticket, comment below what your favorite golden rule of Dr. C. Tuna is. And then now people are participating in every post. So if they want a ticket, they're going to comment on that post what their favorite rule is. And for the people who maybe weren't even willing to participate and might just be there for the freebies, this kind of gets them now to, well, I have to read the rules because I want a ticket. So I have to know which one to type down. And then sometimes if that person had no intention of purchasing, they might read the rules and say, wow, this is actually really good. And now you might have converted someone who's here for the freebies to, they might actually make a purchase, you know? So every post I do will end with, for a ticket, and then it'll say something about that post. So I do everything skincare on day 1 and, or on day 2, Tuesday. And then on Wednesdays, I'll kind of go over like face stuff, like foundation, contour, and I do all separate posts for this, which will be on that party post outline if you guys wanted it. And then day 4, I do everything body, men's, fragrance, babies, baby. I just kind of throw all that nails into one day. And then day 5, I will actually start the day with an announcement that I'm going to go live. So I will actually go live in the party event, okay, that evening on day 5 and do a 5-minute face, or do my brows, or show mascara, or swatch some lipstick, or whatever I'm just feeling that week. You know, it's never always the same thing. It's not going to be an hour and a half long live. If I do like a full face, you kind of feel the energy off the party that's being hosted. If people are like asking questions, about your eyebrows and your mascara and your foundation and your highlighter and all these things, then you might choose that week for that party. You might choose to do an hour-long live and do a full face and show all the things. Yeah. You know, if it's a more mature group where they're not really into makeup, they might just be into like skincare, I might just go live for 10 minutes and show them every product from the Age Reversis line, or share some before and after graphics in the comments of my live after I'm done with it. You know, of people using like the Exceptional cream. I mean, that thing is crazy result in 5 minutes. I know. And people like to see that. So on that day also, I will make some posts introducing the opportunity, hosting a party, and some parties I will run an incentive that if I get 3 parties booked from that party, I will actually gift the hostess an additional gift, because now they've got me 3 parties. You know what I mean? And you make it fun for your guests, like blah, 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 whatever. Alyssa's 2 hosts away from earning a free gift in this party. Do I have 2 people who want to book with me? And then this way, now you're booking another party with someone else, and you're going to be introduced to a whole nother audience that you didn't have under your belt.
Booking parties for parties.
Yes. And then the last day, which is just a closing day, is Saturday. That's just announcing kind of like where your host is with their sales goal. You know, you can say they're this far away dollar-wise, or they're so close to their personal goal within this party. All orders close at blah, blah, blah. You can create your own time. You can do noon, 2, 6 p.m., midnight, whatever you want to do. I usually kind of do around like noon or 4, is depending on the vibe, and if people are like asking me questions and it feels like they're going to order. And then you just tell people, make sure you have your order number submitted to me before this time so that these rewards can be counted towards this party. And then I will do a stay connected post. So just share my business page, my beauty group, my opportunity group, my email. You know, this is just where you share your information and you say, stay connected with me. And then draw your winners, depending how many products you're giving away or how many winners you're drawing. And then announce all of the winners on a big post and be super pumped up about it. And then you're going to end it with a thank you post. You're going to say you had fun, this, that, and the other. Please know I'm always here to be your beauty influencer. Don't ask them if you can be, just tell them. You never met these people, but you tell them, like, I am honored to be your pharmacy beauty influencer. Like, just let them know, and they will stick to you like glue. So, if you guys want that party post outline, just go ahead and comment outline, and I'll make sure to get that link for you. And if you do want the whole checklist, I have a whole front and back checklist. I use every single party just to make sure I never forget anything. You guys can comment checklist, and I can totally just make a PDF out of it. I have it saved on Word, and I can just message that to you. So that's pretty much what I do. Some parties I will end with just a giant, after my thank you, I'll say, if you're still considering, ordering, or if you were trying to brew up some questions, just take a look at the last post in this party, and I'll do like one giant testimony post, just all kinds of before and afters, or screenshots of stuff my customers have been excited about, or, whatnot. And that's kind of like if you have people who might be looking for that final nudge, like who really want the products, but they're also still iffy about it because they probably had 100 other people put products in their ear before. Testimonies is always it's always a closer. And that is pretty much it. And then after your party, you just go over with your host, this is what we had in sales. Or if you don't want to do dollar amounts with your host, you can create tiers. You landed in tier 2 of this party in sales. This qualifies you for this, this, and this. I really appreciate you. And then you always, always, always end with them with, would you like to come back and do it again? Or have you ever considered joining pharmacy?
There you go.
And if they don't, you give them the option, because if you, like Kristen, I know, has said this in a lot of videos, you always give them an option and they will kind of choose one or the other. So if you say, have you ever considered joining? And they say no, say, well, I would really love to invite you to come back and host for me. This has been absolutely amazing and does so much for me. You'll never understand the amount of gratitude I hold. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, I would love to. And it doesn't even have to be the next month or 2. You can schedule it for 4 months, 6 months, whatever. But you get it on your calendar and you forget about it. And then 6 months comes and you're like, oh my gosh, she wanted to host a party next week. I'm going to reach out to her and see if she still wants to.
Oh, and then you're like, yeah.
And then 6 months later, we're probably going to have the new catalog.
Yeah.
So now they get to do a party, and you get to introduce new items to all the people who've been in the old parties, and you kind of just bring people back, So that's what I do. I hope I didn't take too long.
No. It's a lot of very valuable information. And I am not I am not a pro by any means at hosting a Facebook party. Facebook parties have always been the one thing I struggle with. So I'm so excited that you do so well in them and that you're helping us learn from your strategies and your techniques so we can all be successful as a team. So thank you so much for taking time to share this with us.
You're welcome. It's a lot of fun. And then I know that people are probably going to have questions who watch this on replay. So you guys who do, just shoot comments. I will be notified because I'm following this post anyways, and I can just answer questions. And if I don't answer, Kristen can answer, or she can just tag me and say, hey, hurry up and answer this. You guys, that way you guys can get to partying as soon as you want. And if you guys ever have parties and come up with better ideas or newer ideas, shoot them in this group. Like, we can all just help each other out.
I mean, I can even make an album for party graphics, like in the group, so that you can always go to that spot for graphics that you just need to grab really quick. But speaking of graphics, do you make your own graphics for your parties?
I do. I have the occasional graphic I pull off Google, or I see someone use and I'm like, wow, that's super cute. I'm going to save that and like kind of like adjust it and make it my own. But I use Canva, and I do make a lot of my own graphics on Canva because I like to do the whole like I'm popping out at people, like, you know, like me on the graphic or whatnot. Or I do graphics of like me actually using the product and then write on it. So you can make your party super personal too. But that's kind of why I said the graphics that I'll share in the comments here, they won't be my personal like tagged graphics. That way you guys can make them your own if they wanted to. So
that's perfect. But and then we have Kate. Kate's asking. She's like, "Can you elaborate on hostess rewards? So what would you give to your hostess? Like, what are your tiers, or what are your like? If you get 5 sales, you get this award, or can you elaborate on that?"
I kind of had that set, but I'm in the middle of adjusting it only because it's very. You feel people's vibes. Okay. So some people might hit like your highest tier on day 1. You know, some people might not really be, they might want to host, but not really be into like doing the work or marketing their party as you kind of need them to. And, you know, they might not even hit tier 1. So I'm still in my wiggle room phase of like, okay, I need to find an easy tier 1 that is possible for the people who don't really want to do much, but like want to do a little. It's possible for them to hit, but tier 2 and 3 are going to be for the people who are like, let's party, like let's get some products. So my best advice is how I started. I'm in a transition right now, but I say the party qualifies at $200 in sales. This way, I know if I sold $200, I made $100, and if I do 3 giveaways, I'm only losing about $15 usually. You know, so I'm still profiting $85 off this party and now have new customers. So that kind of gives me this is a worth it party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can set your tier at 300. I say 200 qualifies. And then I might even set a goal, like if, like a personal goal to myself, like if this party gets to $500 in sales, I'm going to do a second grand prize giveaway, just as like a big thank you for like being here in this party and supporting your host and wanting to try products. But I may not announce it because I don't want to encourage like spend money with me and I'll give you product, you know? So that's like in personal in my head. Okay, this party, if it gets to 500, because it's a really good party and I feel like it could get there, I might give something away just as a you
surprise.
Know? Right. So that's kind of what I do it. But I would say a good start is 200 to qualify. So your host, you just let them know, like, you know, when this party qualifies in tier 1, you will be gifted something from me. And if it qualifies in tier 2, which you might take tier 2 up to $400.
Yeah.
You know, 200 to 400, you'll receive 2 gifts from me. If it, you know, this, that, and the other. I did see on one of the corporate posts that people were commenting on that you cannot offer gifts per purchase, like per an order in return. But if you do create your own party, you are allowed to offer incentives for sales goals.
For group
hitting sales goals. Yeah. So for that party. But
Okay.
you can't say place an order and you get free product, and you can't discount stuff, and you can't, you know what I mean? So if you're going to give away a gift, you give away a gift. If you're going to give away to your host a credit, you give away a credit, and that's like your own personal credit. That's not saying like you can come shop pharmacy anytime and have $70 to spend or get 25% off, or you know what I mean? So you just have to still stay like within the compliance throughout your party, but it's really easy to do because there's so many products that you can do, and you can create tiers and do like a product per tier, or you know, stuff like that, and then you stay in compliance that way.
I've seen people do it where like they give a hostess like a free lipstick for hosting the party, and then if they get to 200, they get another free gift. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I'm along. It is easier to do dollar amounts. Like if you hit $200 in sales, you get 10% to spend of that. So you get to pick something up to $20.
Okay.
And people kind of like doing that, and it can save you money, because you might say an item $20 or less, and they might want something that's only $10 really bad. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think you can do that. I'm not sure if that goes against compliance, but I've just only ever done it like per tier.
Yeah, I would stick to the per tier because there's it's kind of like on a gray area.
Right.
So just to be safe, I would stick with the tiers.
And people kind of like gifts. They kind of like knowing like, oh, they're going to gift this. And you can even tell them like, send me your wish list. And you can send them gifts on their wish list, and you're still not breaking compliance by hosting dollar amounts, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that could be cool.
I like the wish list idea, because then it gives the power back to the guest. Like she's like, ooh, I know I'm going to get something I like because I sent her my wish list, instead of like, oh, I really want the Zen mascara, but I got a lip liner. Like I have 10 lip liners. I don't need a lip liner.
Right.
So I like the wish list idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too.
So Kate says, awesome. I just wasn't certain what doesn't violate compliance. Yep. As long as it's the main thing on compliance is as long as you don't say purchase from my website and you're entered to win ABC product, or purchase from me and you're entered to win, like you said, Taylor, it has to be a group sales.
Right. So it's not per person, and you're not encouraging one single person to make a purchase, because that is against compliance. It's gifting for orders. But yeah, it's super fun. It actually gives you the push too to learn more about your products, because you're going to get questions every party that you're like, ooh, good question. I should probably know that. And then, you know, you can answer the question, and then now for your next party, you edit that post to include that answer in it, and now your posts are just more educational and obtain more information every party you do, you know. So it's just, after you do like 5 of them, you're going to have pretty perfected posts that answer a lot of questions that people are going to have. So
it'll be just a streamlined process.
Right. And then it's just copy and paste. Like, it really is. I saw that Charmaine commented, a men's party would be super, super cool. An all men's product party. That'd be cool to get a man to host and doing all men's products. That's a good idea.
And you can even go live with your husband and like do the new shaving cream when that comes out, and shave his, you know.
Right.
So
yeah, that's a party. So if you guys want the checklist, just comment checklist. If you're watching this on replay, you can comment at any time and I can just send it over. If you want the outline, comment outline to create your posts, and I can send you the link to where you can download that. And that's all I got for you guys.
Thank you so much, Taylor. If anyone has any questions, just continue. If you're watching the replay, just comment below with your questions, and Taylor or I will make sure that we get those answered for you. But yes, I definitely commented checklist and definitely commented outline, because I want to learn how to have a successful Facebook party.
They're awesome. I'm excited. I hope that this brings a lot of success to everybody. And maybe after this, we're going to see the team sales go up now monthly.
Woo! Yeah. Oh gosh.
But yeah, thank you, Kristen, for having me.
No problem. Thank you for giving us your time and your space, and have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.